Today I didn't take a trade, and that might have been the most profitable decision I made this entire week. All right, so what's good, boys? Today is actually Thursday, but we're gonna count this as the Wednesday video. Um, Wednesday I did not take a trade. There was no setup for me with my strategy. There was basically just moving to the upside and nothing to go short off of. My bias was short, bearish, and really no setup for me. My confluences didn't play out. So instead of forcing a trade or losing money back to the markets, I decided not to take a trade. And that played out way better than taking a trade, because if I would have took anything, basically it would have been a loss because it just moved up all day. So fast forward into that, today's now Thursday. I was trying to record this kind of psychology video yesterday, but I had a lot of issues with recording software and a couple different things. So a little bit later here, and then we will post a video today as well for either a trade or another psychology type video. So I'm just basically, it's pre-market currently, 7:53. I'm going to just be marking out highs and lows and stuff for market while I just talk about my thoughts for yesterday. So basically, yesterday, like I said, my strategy didn't play out, so I didn't take a trade. And one thing that most traders, or like beginning newer traders, one of their biggest flaws is needing to trade to either validate themselves or get validation from other people. And that is always going to burn you out. Just needing to take that trade, trading out of emotion or want, is going to make you lose capital for sure in the long run. And part of this trading game is capital preservation, and you can't really do that unless you have the ability and the skill set to not take a trade some days. And that's what kind of separates the good traders from the bad ones, is being able to not take a trade on days that their strategy is appearing, or when they're just convicted and don't feel like there's going to be probable outcome that day. And that's basically how I was feeling yesterday. We got just nothing was really playing out well. It was chopping. I can go back to yesterday a little bit. So this was yesterday. Basically just moved up. I was wanting to go for all these. We had tons of stacked lows. It was just moving up, and we got tons of chop here. If I look on the 5-minute, insane amount of chop all day. It was just not very good price action to trade, even if I found a setup. So I was just like, I think I was at like 850, maybe 855 or something. We got like no react. We were getting nothing really, and there's no liquidity up here unless it was all the way up here. And I was like, no, I'm not taking a trade. That does not look good. And you kind of get that with time and experience. You get that conviction of knowing that there really is no trade. And that's really what separates the good traders from the bad ones, is seeing that, determining that, and then being okay with not taking a trade on the day, and being okay with not letting your P&L fluctuate. Another thing I'd like to say is the mindset shift. With that is we really need to change our mindsets from being focused on, well, for one, P&L. And I feel like one thing that people do not really distinguish is the difference between a win and a loss, and then that compared to a good trade and a bad trade. Man, I need some water. Freaking voice is crazy today. Oh, frick. So one thing that I've learned in trading, I've been trading for 2 years, is there's a big difference between a win, loss, and good trade and bad trade. And we really need to be shifting our mindsets with that, and then focusing on the good trade versus bad trade instead of the P&L version. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I could go pre-market right now. I could just press along, could just take a long right now, and I could make money from that. At the same time, it's a bad trade because I didn't use confluences, but I could make money with it at the same time. And like, it's not correlated. I could also take a really good trade right now if I had my confluences, had my strategy, and it could come out to be a loss. It's not correlated because good trades come with losses. No matter what, you're not going to have a 100% win rate. And we got to kind of, most traders get sucked into that reality of, or that mindset, I would say, of being focused on, man, I need a win. I'm focusing, going into the day, looking for a win. But that's not how you're going to make money in the end. That's not how you become profitable with trading. It's by focusing on taking a good trade, not making money, not making a win, not taking a win, not upping your stats, not upping your P&L for the day, or even lowering it, because people really want to take a trade. You want to get in, win or loss. You don't really care. You just want to have that fix of taking a trade. We need to be focused, and our goal needs to be on taking good trades, not making money. And then another point I would like to say, do this as my last point so I can get my analysis going for the week, or for the day at least. I would say that not trading is a skill. Trying not to trade. It's a skill. It's a strategy, you could say even. I know TJR has a video when I was learning, because I started off on his boot camp. He has a video called "Try Not to Trade," and that video really helped me, affected me. Go watch that if you haven't yet. It's on his TJR's boot camp, and he was basically talking about, like, the more that you're in the markets, the less the chance is that you will make money. Just like statistically, that these markets are going to hurt you if you're not using your edge and you're not sticking to your rule set. And that's really true. Like, you could make more money if you're just going to go into the markets and be focused on a win. Some like random thing here happens pre-market, some terrible session, like let's say we're in Asian session and no confluences or anything like that, and you're like, man, I just want to take a trade today. Let's say it's pre-market right now. Let's say you woke up early, you have stuff you have to do today, and you're like, man, if I can get a win today, and I can tell people about it later, or just like have a win for the day and I can feel good about my day, then I just want to trade. I just want to trade, and you just take a trade. That is not going to make you money. I mean, it might in one day, because like randomly the chances you could make money, it's possible, but overall, in the grand scheme of trading, and this is how you trade, is overall. It's not day to day. It's like a year. You have to zoom out and look at it from a bigger perspective. You would make a lot more money if you just went to a casino and put money on black. Like, the chances of just random trades without rules and without strategy, it's worse than 50-50. This market, there's so many different possible outcomes that could happen. There's so many different ways that the market could move if you're not sticking to a very strict set of rules and strategy, so that you can take every single trade the same way and have that same stats. You're just gonna get burned out, and you're gonna lose all your money to the market, and someone else who's better than you, better at trading, is gonna take your chances at becoming profitable. So we really need to get to a strict set of rules, and that's one thing that has increased my trading like crazy in the past months, is being to a very strict set of rules. I have my rules written down on a whiteboard over here. I have 8 different rules in a row, and if those do not get hit, then I do not take a trade. And that's how strict we have to be with this, is being focused on taking a good trade based off of your rules and using that to determine how good of a trader you are. So that's basically all I have for today. Quick video. I was wanting to post this yesterday, and then my Mac died mid-recording, and then I had to restart, and then issues with my software, etc. So I'll just leave you guys with this. Hopefully that helped a little bit. Hopefully that gave you some inspiration and something to look into next time you trade. I will update you guys once something happens today with either taking a trade, or if I have any thoughts on a psychology video or anything like that, I'll get something out for you guys. So thanks for tuning in. We will see you guys next time. Peace.